Well, this is my fourth try on this video. It's kind of tough. I'm not used to being in front of the camera and actually talking, but I'm going to give it a try since the topic now on YouTube model channel seems to be, the Holy Grail kit, something you really want. And there's a lot of things that I'd like to have, but I have pretty much of what I want already in stock, but I always come up with new ideas and things that I want. So I'd say probably right now on the top of my list would be a Chevy Love truck in 25th scale. I'm not even sure if they're made in 25th scale. I know the monogram 24th scale got really hard to find and really expensive. But I like the fleet side bed rather than the step side. So I don't know if that's available or not. But as of now, that's probably my number one. That and Chevy Monza would be another one. Because there was a lot of neat pro stock cars back in the 70s that were made out of Monzas. And I've built a few, but there's a couple more I'd like to build. Along with 78 to 80 Camaro, because I'd like to do a Grumpy's Toy. I did Rare and Morrison. I don't know if it's showing up behind me here, but back behind me is a Rare and Morrison that I did. So I'd like to do a Grumpy's Toy. Let's see. 62 Corvette for modified production car. I always liked them. They made, back in the 70s, they made really neat modified production cars. Kenny Bernstein's Tempo funny car is one that would be on my list. I always liked them. I know that's 24th scale, it's monogram, but still it's a nice car, represents that era. There was a couple other ones I was just thinking of and they went right out of my head. But I was able to get one that's been on my list for quite a while. I got off of eBay. It was a 36 Ford, the AMT 36 Ford 3-window coupe. I just had a wild idea to make a street rod out of one of those, and I've been looking and they were always out of my price range because of shipping. Being in Thailand, there's no model shows and the shipping is usually outrageous. But there was one I was watching on eBay and nobody was bidding on it, and I think the guy even had to make an offer deal, and I don't know why the shipping was not that bad, but I ended up getting the kit to my door for less. I think it was right around $25. So I can't complain about that. So I don't normally buy anything because of that, but that one was a good deal. I figured it was worth it. So that was one on my list that I picked up. The American Graffiti Dragster would be one too. That's pretty high on my list. It just popped into my head now. I'm doing this off the cuff with I didn't write anything down or anything. I'm just kind of whatever pops into my head. But that's about all I can think of at the moment. For a while it was the Revell Pro Sportsman kits, the Jukebox Ford, the Charles Carpenter 55, the Vandergrift Soft Seal 57, and the Christine. But when I got on that kick, I started buying them. Anytime I went to a show, if I'd find them that were less than 30 or 35 bucks, I'd buy them. So I had a pretty good stash of them. I don't need any more, but every time I see one, it kind of gets me excited. It's like that was one of my favorite kits because I used the chassis for a donor for practically everything I built. Drag car related anyway, to any kind of tube chassis drag car. That was always my standard deal. I'd use that kit and make my own roll cage to fit the body and just modify the wheelbase if I needed to. But they worked out real good. I'm getting completely off the subject, so I might as well stop now and just keep this short. But like I said, I just wanted to get a little bit into the discussion and participate a little bit with the rest of the YouTube channel guys. So thanks for watching and listening to my rambling, and we'll see you next time.